Yeah, hello and welcome back to ConWorxx Day 2. We are live again and I am having a wonderful guest from Italy. Here it's Giansimone Migoni. I hope that my pronunciation was not
Yes,
too off.
quite good. Yes.
And thank you for your kindness. And not I will, we will talk about Giansimone's game Dolcissima Vita. So, but first,
Yes.
Giansimone, how are you?
Mm, quite well, quite well. I had some health problems, but I'm quite
Improving.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm improving. Yes, yes.
Yeah, you wrote this to me, and in these times it's good to be healthy. And actually, we were supposed to meet at Essen, so I'd looked
Yes,
forward to this
but
very much. But it
mm,
is what it is
no.
in these times. Next year, then.
Next year, we hope.
Yeah,
Yes.
it will work out. I'm pretty sure. So,
Okay.
getting back to your game, Dolcissima Vita. What is Dolcissima Vita? What type of game is
Well,
this?
Dolcissima Vita, the first version of Dolcissima Vita was born in 2014 in February, and when was born, the game didn't have a setting. Simply, you had a factory. You were owner of a factory, and you had to produce products using three kind of resources. Because in the first version of Dolcissima Vita, there were three kind of resources: yellow resources, blue resources, and red resources. So, as you see, for example, in Fresco, the game of Queen Games, with a combination of the three colors, you can obtain orange products, green products, and purple products. But I were not convinced of this. So I thought, what happens if I use only two resources? So white resources and black resources. If I use only these two resources, I can obtain white products, gray products, and black products. And I started thought, so I the challenge now is to create a game that has the three kind of products. And when I decided to use washing machines, televisions, and fridges, the fact that find a setting in the Italy of 50 and 60 was a natural thing. So Dolce Vita is the setting of Dolce Vita is in Italy of that years. Why? Because Italy in that period had a very growth of economical power.
Yes.
In Italy, we call it il miracolo economico, so the economical miracle. And it was interesting also because the setting, also because this Dolcissima Vita is the first game that has this setting. So we have a lot of games with ambientation in Italy, but especially in Middle Age era or Renaissance era, but not in the 20th century.
Yeah.
So, in Dolcissima Vita, so we have our factory, and we have to buy resources to produce washing machines, fridges, um, and televisions,
Televisions.
and sell these products all around the map of Italy. And if after we'll have the possibility to see some photographs
Yes.
of the board, we have three main areas in the game. We have a central area with a graphical elaboration of a radio of the 50, a telephone area where we have a graphical elaboration of a phone that we used in Italy in the period, and a speedometer area where we have the speedometer of the Fiat 500 that was one of the icons of the Italian economical miracles.
Yes, and this is even true here in Germany. The Fiat 500 is also an iconic car over here. And it's interesting that you are mentioning you had the mechanics, or part of the mechanics, this resource management part first, and then looked for a setting, because when you presented the game to me a couple of years ago, first I was attracted by the topic, as you said. And basically in Germany we have the same thing here. You said this 50s, early 60s area was the era of the economic miracle in Italy. We have the same term over here in Germany, Wirtschaftswunder, in the 50s after the war. We now know it wasn't a miracle. It was mainly American money that poured into the country, and some other things that are happening. But it's the same term, and I was immediately attracted to it, because here in this game we have fridges, we have washing machines, we have televisions. Nowadays, 60, 70 years later, for a lot of Western people, Western Europeans, and for Americans, this is standard. Everybody has these items, but at that time it was something which really meant progress. It really meant progress, and something we can proud of. So I was, Giansimone, I was attracted by this fascinating topic, and maybe what I'm now suggesting, you have to do all the work. You have to describe your game. I will switch on the TTS module here, and you direct me to some areas so that people can see what is meant. But please keep in mind, although this is lovely done by Giansimone, it's still prototype art. Nothing of this is finished, but it will give you some idea. So let me switch this on. And here we see the TTS module. So please continue, Giansimone.
So you see the board. The board is divided into various areas. The main important areas are the central area with the radio, the telephone area, the speedometer area, and the cell map area. So if let's take a look to the radio area. That I think that is the most important area, because each player's turn starts from here. So you see that we have two different parts in the radio. We have the dice area and the track area. First of all, in his own turn, a player has to choose one or two dice. It's important to choose the color of the die and the score of the die, because with the color of the die we have the possibility to move one position forward on one of the four tracks that we have. We have four tracks: the worker track, the research track, the maintenance track, and the solidarity track. With the worker track, we can obtain worker cards that give us the possibility to perform additional actions during our turn. The research cards give us the possibility to obtain victory points at the end of the game. The maintenance track gives us the possibility to flip the factory cards. Further on, we'll see how this happens. And the solidarity track gives us victory points at the end of each period. Because the game of Dolcissima Vita is divided into 5 periods. So the first period cover the years of 1955, 56, and 57, and so on. So so we have the possibility to advance our player tokens in the track, and with the dice, with the score dice, we have the possibility to select one of the 10 available actions that we have in this game. If we zoom now in the telephone area,
Yes.
we see three actions that are repeated once. So we have totally 6 slots. And if you zoom only on the factory that there is you can zoom the telephone area and the factory that there is in the bottom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the production is very simple. So we buy resources, we make the production, and we sell the product. In this game, when you the resources, we buy resources in couples. So we can buy 2 resources, or 4 resources, or 6 resources, and we place the resources in the empty circle spaces that there are on the left part of the factory. Then with the action of production, we can transform the resources into products. So with 2 white resources, we produce washing machines. With the 1 black, with 1 white, we produce fridges, and with 2 black resources, we produce televisions. So it's very simple in this. The product is very, the setting is very easy. And after, with the selection, we can sell the products on the sell map. Then further on, we will see how the prices of the products are fixed. So now we can pass to the speedometer area. In the speedometer area, we have 6 different actions. The first action from the left is a maintenance action. The maintenance action, if you see the factory, the Legnazzi factory that there is on the bottom, you can flip over the factory cards, and the cards pass from the side with the wrench to the side without the wrench. The maintenance section is very important because with this action you have the possibility to flip the cards, eliminating the wrench, because the wrench is very dangerous, because on the wrench side there are smog columns that give us negative points at the end of the game, and there are also money penalties. If you see in the circle of gray with the 1, this is a money penalty. So if you put 1 resource in that space, you have to pay 1,000 liras. And this happens also in the product space that we have in the factory. Another action that we can select in the speedometer area is the worker action. Simply you obtain 2 workers cards. Okay? Then there is the investment action. With spending 7,000 liras, you have the possibility to buy 1 factory card. The factory cards give you victory points, give you the possibility to improve your factory in the flexibility and in the capacity of production, produce more products. Then we have the TV action that allows us to place our TV commercial card on the television area. Every time that we sell products, we have the possibility to obtain victory points if the position of our TV commercial card is in a good position. Then we have the fair action. With the fair action, we have the possibility to select how many you see in in the upper part of the speedometer area, we have the cycle with all the action that we can select. We can spend money. We can make all the fair action we want. If we have money, we can make also 10 fair action. And we have the possibility to spend money to obtain, for example, advances in the track of the radio, or the possibility to sell products, whatever products we want, for 3,000 liras, or obtain a research card, and so. Then there is the action, the special action, that give us the possibility to make whatever action we have in the telephone area and in the speedometer area.
I have a question here, Giansimone. What I think is a wonderful design mechanism is, so people now know which actions are available here. So we are having 12 slots for actions, but because in the telephone area, each one is twice, it's not 12 different actions. But how are you selecting each action? How do you do this? How is this done in the game? Because I think this mechanism is wonderful. Can you please mention this?
You have to see the numbers that there is under the slot. There's lots of you who place the dice. In the telephone area, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the speedometer area, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. That was obtained in the. If you see the speedometer, you have 20, 40, 60, 80, 10, 10, and 20. And I canceled 1 0 from every slot to obtain this scale of values. So the 2, the 4, the 6. And you can place the dice if there are other dice in the slot, but you have to pay service cubes. Service cubes allows you to occupy, for example, slots yet occupied by other dice. You can use the service cubes to change the dice punctuation, the score of the dice. So, for example, you have the possibility to choose one die of a score 4, but you need a 5. You can spend 1 service cube to change the scoring of the dice from 4 to 5, and you use that dice to place in the corresponding slot. The 10th action that we can make in this game is the upper car area action.
And I have to interrupt you here briefly, because this is also a wonderful touch in this design. When I saw this for the first time, because I did not know ape car what this is, but apparently I looked it up at Wikipedia. I think it was originally from Piaggio, but I may be wrong. This is a common type of 3-wheeled car in Italy at this time. So this is this area. So this is also a wonderful touch of in the game. So back to you.
It's the same brand of Vespa, the motorbike that it was also famous in that period. So in the upper car area, if you put 1 die in the upper car area, you have the possibility to refill the empty spaces in your factory, because if you see the factory, you have 3 parts in the factory. There are the resource, the products, and the service cube. So if I have, for example, all the 4 spaces empty, I can refill, take 4 service cube and refill my service cube space, that area in the factory. So these are the 10 action that we have in the game. So if you want, we can go to the cell map, try to explain how we fix the prices of the products. So the mechanism is quite simple. We start selling products from the city of Milan, and we have to see the empty spaces from Milan in clockwise direction. And in the first available space, we have the possibility to send in the oldest city. We have 7 or 6 cities, so Milan, Rome, Naples, and so on. In the city, we can sell whatever product we want. In the first available space, you can sell a product for 4,000 liras. Then in the second available space for 3,000 liras. In the third available space for 2,000, 1,000. And so it's important. We must bear in mind that every time that a player sells products on the sell map, the prices of the products change. So it's very important that we see what kind of products have our opponents in the factory, because it affects to me that if, for example, I have 2 television and I think that I can sell them for 4,000 and 3,000, but our opponent sell after me television, now I don't have the possibility to gain that money for selling that product. So it's important to see how are doing our opponents.
Yeah, it's this mechanism, economic mechanism. If let's say we are in a 3-player games and all 3 players flood the market with washing machines, so at a certain point nobody wants any more washing machines. So we have to see that we maybe sell a fridge too. So this is handled here on this sales map in my opinion, very nice way. Yeah.
Yes. Generally, if you have a product that you are not able to sell in the sell map, you can use the fair action, because in the fair action you have the possibility to sell products for 3,000 liras. And if you want, we can see some of the event cards. We have the event. We have 35 event cards that cover all the important events, the most important events in the Italian history. For example, the Cold Wave, the Olympics in Rome in the 1960, the Florence flood. There are all the most important events, and every event card modifies something. For example, in the 12 slots that you have in the telephone area and in the speedometer area, each slot is dedicated event cards that changes the effect of the slot, and every event is related. For example, with the maintenance slot, we have the Marcinelle tragedy as event that had a very bad impact in the Italy of that time. Yes.
Yeah, but what is really what we also see here, that this game is very true to the history, and this is a type of game that I like, and I think what is very well handled is here that you have dice, and I'm a fan of dice, but not to roll results, but they have different colors, so they are important in different ways, and second, they are used alone or in combinations to select an action. So for example, This would be now the action 10, so I can go to the fair track. And this is really nicely handled, but also the event cards here, Giansimone, they give you, they really move you into this area, and this is
Yes.
also very nicely handled. And
Yes. It's not a card-driven game,
no.
but the cards are above all modifiers of the slot of dice placement. And I think that is interesting because it's another manner to work with event cards.
Yes. Yes, and in an earlier incarnation, this game, the cards had, if I'm not mistaken, even more importance than they have now. Now, more importance has been given to the dice in the game. But every single mechanic, and let me now get back to Skype here from the board. So let's get back to this. In my opinion, it's every single mechanism is not complex. So it's quite easy mechanically to select a die and do an action. But of course, to see what is at this moment the best option, that's difficult. And you have to develop your factory. You have to produce the correct goods so that you can sell them for a good price on the market. And then you are looking also at all these, at the cards, which will modify your actions. And so this is, in my opinion, what makes the game so interesting. On top of that, this is especially good for me, is the topic.
Yes, this is my game design style. I prefer simplify, and I don't prefer make things a lot complicated. I prefer the simpleness in the games.
Yeah, the game surely has a tight focus, and this is, in my opinion, a very, very good thing here. But still, it has enough chrome. Why are the cards? Why are some other events? Yeah, Giansimone, so I would really thank you very, very much for this presentation here. That was really well done. And for all viewers, thank you for your attention here. And to learn more about this game, follow simply the Spielworxx news via the chat, via the website. There will be more and more info in the next months. And Giansimone, to you.
Thank you.
Stay safe and stay healthy here. This is the most important thing. And hopefully we can meet next year at the convention. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to take part to this ConWorxx marathon because there is a marathon.
It is, but I said this a little bit earlier. For me, it's a pleasure working with such talented people like you and all the others. It's really enjoyable. Otherwise, I wouldn't do this, and so it's wonderful. And Markus Pöppelschieber is saying thanks a lot, and so this is also wonderful. So take care, Giansimone, and talk to you again soon. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Everybody.